and Mr. Ganesha Harimurthy, SSN Group from Jember University. Then, the motion for this debate is this House believes that developed countries should adopt a generalist education system rather than a specialist education system. The speakers have to deliver their arguments in 7 minutes. In 1 minute, I will block one until I is allowed. 6 minutes, I will block one till I is not more allowed. 7 minutes, I will not twice, and 7 minutes, 30 seconds, I will not continuously. Till I is only 50 seconds. Now, let's start the debate. I call for the Prime Minister. Sophie, time is yours.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity. In this debate, the motion is about this House believes that developed countries should adopt a general education system rather than specialist education system. As we know, generalization education system itself is about the system that emphasizes broad and interdisciplinary curriculum, encouraging explorations and encourage explorations areas, diverse fields. So we know in this developed countries like Indonesia, general education system is important because we believe that kind of system will bring more effectiveness for the countries than special education system because we know in Indonesia itself, for example, there's a lot of schools that doesn't provide good enough educations like usually or others, like for example like the small town. So with using this system, this general education system, we can, we can provide. We can learn that including the basic learning. The basic learning is like writing, reading, or maybe others. So it's not like the spatial education system. And in general education system, we also need to identification first and know, for example, we need to explore what student abilities before knowing what their interest in something. And after we know what kind of abilities that students have, maybe we know after we know what their abilities, so we can lead them to get specific system educations like sport, art, or academics. And then, so the basic or general system educations, I think it's important to adopt in developed countries like Indonesia. And so after that, we can bring more effectiveness to special education and special education system. So, no, thank you. So, we believe that general education system is more important to do first before we doing special education system. And then
I think
yes,
you say that general education system is like a kind of art technique and everything else. So you want the students to to advance on all of general education system.
So what I say in here is like before we continue into specialist education system or before we choose specialist education system for developed countries, it's important that the countries itself to choose a general education system that can bring in like can pr- I like the general education system that what I know is bringing the basic educations. So like the basic educations like from writing, reading or anything, and after we we know our we can see what things that they learn from that. So actually we can lead them to specific specific learning like art or sport or academics. So after that, after we know what their abilities in that, we can continuing maybe a specialist education system like that. So the point is basic learning is important in general education system. I think that's enough. Thank you.
You're here.
For Prime Minister, it's 5 minutes 53 seconds.
Now, I would like to call the leader of opposition. Chitra, time is yours.
Thank you. Thank you for having me today. My name is Khjas, and I came from an opposition leader. Here, I want to ladies and gentlemen, and the honorable educated. Before I deliver my argument, I would like to touch on the background of these motions. So the government taking the general educational system is the only way on our environment to solving our problems. We live in 5.0 era, so we need more skill. We need more power to facing our era right now. So my argument right now, different jobs need a different skills. Job market in Indonesia is very diverse. There's a lot of job market in Indonesia. If we choose learning about the general. So how we can compete, how we can compete with the other country. And then I would like to read from the Prime Minister. You say that reading, writing is a general reading and writing is a general education system. So basically, on my opinion, on my perspective, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to talk to you. Writing and writing is the basic necessary educational system that has been taught when we are in elementary school. Why are we still talking about that? And here, Prime Minister, we talking about our motion today. So we really need specialist education system. Here, we're talking about special education system. We don't need it like what we're talking about, our elementary school, middle school, or in a high school, or even in the university. We didn't know about that. So I have a more argument to doctor right now. One, current education challenge. Let's be real, ladies and gentlemen. In Indonesian education, we have our problem. We have our system. Okay,
Okay, you said that Indonesia is a developed country. So what do you think Indonesia is a developed country or a developing country? Thank you.
okay, thank you for your report. POI development country is means like we still development our potential. We still seeking our potential to be Indonesia is more better in the future. That's all. And my second argument, ladies and gentlemen, it is a potential student. If we just only talking about the general education in Indonesia, we cannot see our children, our students, what's really their potential. It's like we live in 5.0 era. It means we live with AI. We live with the technology. And as a basic from the BPS Indonesia, as of March 2024, poverty rate was 9.03%, with 25.22 million people living in poverty line. It means, no, sorry, thank you. It means if we just only focus on general education, we cannot live with a society that has been lived with technology like AI. As we know, if we live with AI, if we live with this technology, just so many jobs has been transferred to technology. It means there's so many job loss, there's so many jobless. So that's how. So that's why quality matters that more. Instead of focusing on the general education, why we not see our potential from the other students? And it's like on my on my basic on my friend on my experience when I was in the high school, my friends have ability to like a coding and IT systems. So if we're just only talking about no thank you, so if we're just talking about the general system, how we can how we can live with in the future with more better. Uh, that's all for me. Thank you for the considerations. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
For the leader of the opposition, the time 5 minutes 8 seconds. So for the leader of the opposition, the time 5 minutes 8 seconds.
Then, then the next I call for the Deputy Prime Minister. Something time is yours. Traditional bank, we have present a complicated recovery of the motion. The practitioner applies the enforcement of issue and frame the motion clearly. The practitioner explains our argument. I will now conclude by summarizing the key reasons why the proposition case is stronger and more convincing. First, let us remember we have consistently shown that purpose in Indonesia, especially a lot of in a small school that doesn't have good income, then studying must learning or from basic learning first. And after that, for the second we must identification skill or ability or studying in a specialized education system. For the example, in sports art and anatomy. This general education is definitely we start from the perspective. In education, like from elementary school, we will fix up the basic learning skill rather than adopt specialized education system. In my opinion, we can not know specialized education system. We don't know what their basic skill. In fact, for adults, they cannot reading or writing, so that is a learning skill. Thank you.
For the duty for Prime Minister to 1 minute 15 seconds.
Now, I would like to call the deputy leader of opposition, Ashila. Time is yours.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The honorable educators, timekeepers, the moderator, and beloved team. So here, Ashila Sawa as the deputy of the opposition. I'm going to rebuttal the deputy of government that the basic skill, the basic lesson only writing, reading, and etc. Even though that lesson must be learned since the elementary school or junior high school or etc. The specialist lesson right now in 2024 has been learned since elementary school. We can see in the other countries like China, South Korea, and Japan. Many children, the students over there, has learned about music skills, public speaking skills, singing skills, etc. since elementary school. Why? Because their parents want to develop their children's skills since before they move to the next level of the education, so that their parents make sure that the children has been ready to face the competition of the country and yes, please.
Okay, thank you so much, Orisa. I would like to fill I here. You said that you read back from our speaker today that writing, listening is not a basic skill. But you said that in the China and etc. you have mentioned that they learn about music, they learn about public speaking. So public speaking and music is the output of the basic from writing and listening itself. So you can clarify it. Thank you.
Okay. About the music skills. Music skills particularly include to specialist lesson. Imagine that we can think if we as a student, as a music students, what first thing that we learn about the music? Of course about the tone. Of course about music instruments. It's not we can learn about mathematics, for example. Thank you. And that's my argument too. And now I will next my argument. The state we can I don't disagree if this house develop the general lessons, general education or the specialist education because specialist education has a huge impact in social life. For example, if students only learn about the specialist education, specialist lesson, they can improve their ability, they can improve their mood, they won't be good go up if they learn what they love to eat. Especially right now, many Gen Z and Gen Alpha, eh, if they, if Gen Z and Gen Alpha right now has a faster adaptation to the others to every side of education, so that we don't need to develop the general. No, thank you. We don't have to develop general education or general lesson. What we should improve we should improve the specialist education so that we as the deputy of the opposition we not stand we don't stand by this house if this house believes that the government should improve develop the general education than the specialist education. That's all from me. Thank you.
So the deputy leader of the opposition are 4 minutes 15 seconds.
Next, I call for the member of government, Habibi Khan job.
Okay, I will start my speech in 3, 2, 1. Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So, ladies and gentlemen, as we know that in the opening oppositions state that Gen Z and Gen Alpha has to improve their ability by using specialist education system. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I can agree with that statement that because our motion today is discuss with that developed country should adopt a generalist education system rather than a specialist education system. Well, ladies and gentlemen, before talking more about it, let's talk about who is the actor in this motion, ladies and gentlemen. So the actor of this motion is the government itself, ladies and gentlemen, where the opening oppositions told about only parents that want their children to improve their ability without knowing that someone who has policies to make these motions come through is government, ladies and gentlemen. And then, ladies and gentlemen, so I didn't agree with the statement that Gen Z and Gen Alpha has to improve their ability by using specialist education system, ladies and gentlemen. Where Gen Z and Gen Alpha is only still a child, or maybe Gen Z is still a teenager. But we see that the most influential generations. We take an example in Indonesia. the most influential generations today is to maintain or to maintain the country itself to be a government is most of them is Gen millennials, ladies and gentlemen. So Gen Z and Gen Alpha, no thank you. So Gen Z and Gen Alpha didn't qualify for this motion, ladies and gentlemen. And also, let's come to my point, ladies and gentlemen. So why developed country that should adopt the generalist education system, ladies and gentlemen? The first one is because developed country means that has a developed society. I do not talk about a developing country. We talk about a developed country. It means that a country that has been developed. It's like America, Canada, Australia, South Korea, and many others, ladies and gentlemen. And then if this developed country has a developed society, it means that they have a developed society, which they will know about what their ability is, ladies and gentlemen. Okay.
Okay, I would like to deliver like you say that Kenzie and cannot. You already talk of my typicals like Kenzie and Alpha. Just example. It's not what we talking about. We're talking about this motion can give student ambition to study. Kenzie and Alpha. It's just example from the China, Korea, and the big country over there. We just take for the example, and it's like Kenzie and even Alphans, it's not really need. I was like focusing on the general. It has been learned by us. It has been learned by elementary school, and also Kenzie and even Alpha is a rising of chance of our industry, of our economy. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, my friends. And then I talked about the actor who can adopt a generalist education system. The actor that can adopt a generalist education system is the government itself. Do you see any Gen Alpha in government? Do you see any Gen Z in government? Yeah, you can see there is a little Gen Z in the government parliamentary, but most of them is Gen millennial. That is okay. Thank you. And then I will continue my argument. No, thank you. I will continue with my argument that developed country has a developed society. It means that they are having their ability because before it becomes a developed country, it comes from the society itself who has many abilities. No, thank you. It means that they have ability which to know more fields, ladies and gentlemen. So a generalist education system can make a society to know more fields in the country so that the country will be more developed, ladies and gentlemen. And also, why generalist education system? Because it covers more fields. Because the students will know more fields about education, and also they will become expert in many fields of education, ladies and gentlemen. So if we talk about a developed country, it means that they have. So it means that if the students of the society have a generalist education system, so it means that they learn from their basic of knowledge is strong, ladies and gentlemen. That's why the country itself will be can be more developed, ladies and gentlemen. And ladies and gentlemen, why do we do not take the specialist education system? Because the specialist education system only teach a few lessons, ladies and gentlemen. As the opening officials talk just now that they talk about students in elementary school, ladies and gentlemen. But if the students in elementary school didn't know about the basic lessons such as reading, writing, but they will not be they will not, they will be difficult to make, to know or to learn a special skill, ladies and gentlemen. Well, so ladies and gentlemen, and then this, uh, so ladies and gentlemen, as we talk about a developed country, it means that the society has developed too. So I think that if they want, or the parents want their child to specific their skill or their knowledge, ladies and gentlemen, so they can take their children to the course, for example, music course or a speaking course, ladies and gentlemen. But we talk about education system. So if I say that this house believes that developed country should adopt a generalist education system rather than specialist education system. Thank you.
So for member for the government, it's just 6 minutes, 37.
Okay, before we continue, I have to keep reminding you that this is two team competitions. Sorry, one team consisting of two people competitions. Okay, I don't want to see team A from Dawa and team B from Dawa having discussions within the debate. Okay, you are both different teams, even though you are coming from the same faculty, the law faculty. But in this case, okay, you are both different teams. Okay, I don't want to see you or any of you, both from that one A or that one B, discussing about something within the debate. Okay, so just you have to. I have to remind you that this is two-person or one thing consisting of two persons competitions. Okay.
Yes, pardon me, sir. It's not mentioned on technical meeting, so we don't.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm so sorry.
Okay. That's my fault. Okay. No more discussions with another team. You can discuss with your own teammate, but not with the others. Okay. Let's continue.
Now, I would like to call the member of opposition, Khjas. Time is yours.
Uh, thank you for the time here. My name is Faisal and I'm from association team. Good afternoon to you, educator, opposition and government. As the government do not limit the motion itself, general asking what in the context, as you say, basic anytime, basic as such, Kalistung, baca tulis hitung is taught in elementary and junior school. So, in my opinion itself, special education as in IPA or IPS itself, or any kind higher learning such as vocational school. As we know, our country itself already the first exam, but general education does not include what do you want to learn, what do you want wish to be. As in general education, we learn everything that make our mind, psychological learning might be mind overload. It probably can cause your more psychological damage than it does. My stance here, yes.
Okay, you said that generalist education system, or it consists of a general education that only make our psychologists to be bad. So can you give the evidence of it?
The brain of it's my own experience. I'm from IPS, teacher. As I really want to learn the story and under the basic exam, but I am forced to learn math and science itself. What if we already accept that general education is already implemented? It will cost more money. So, as the opposition stands that in this era of job seeking, we need more specialized field because job seeking itself is already hard enough. You need far more skill on this field itself. As the government said that the developed country, uh, I'm sorry, as the government said already, the developed country already implement their own special education system. Let's take a back at your example, USA. They already implement special education on higher learning, high school, senior high school, up to college education such as STEM major and social study, gender study, and etc. That's why there are people who are more specialized and efficient in their own learning base. If you implement this general education system, you will be taught everything and you will lose everything on your mind. Our mind is small, it's not a computer that can comprehend many such popular information. If you specialize in science itself, then you work on science. If you specialize in social learning, language, etc., then you probably work on the work itself. No, thank you. In a nutshell, also as you call Gen Z or whatever you call it is the youth itself that study in this generation. Implementing general study itself, implementing general study itself is already giving harm to our segment, to our country itself. Indonesia already, yes, thank you.
Okay, well, you said that general education system make a harm to our country. So we talk about a developed country. It means that Indonesia is developing country, not a developed country.
Yes, as already I stated above, I give example to my own country itself before I give example from different country itself. Our country already implement general study. We already remove the barrier between IPA and IPS. In high school, there is no IPA and IPS. Then what happened to them? Their lack of ambition and special skill on their field. So when they work or in their internship, their mind go blank as they not specialized in their own field. If we take a look back at more far developed country, as I already give example, America itself already implement that in their STEM major, so they give a birth to far more popular, higher learning person, such as the most famous and caricature psychologists, astronauts, and many other because their specifics and far reasoning more reasonable special education system. And thus, we as opposition disagree to this motion. That's all in conclusion. Thank you very much.
For member from the opposition, it's to 6 minutes 30 seconds.
Next, I call for Governor Audit. Time is yours.
I would like to start by speaking 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Here I am from the closing opposition here. I would like to say that we are agree with this motion because we believe that developed countries will adopt the generalist education system rather than the specialist education system. Before that, I would like to emphasize in here, developed countries should adopt the generalist education, but I don't know why from the opposition think that their argument is more close to their agree with this motion, not disagree with this motion. Before that, I would like to say that before I say for your battle here, I would like to bring the data, ladies and gentlemen. It is because all of you discuss about Indonesia itself. Okay, Indonesia, as we know, in here, then in the motion here, emphasize about Indonesia and also curriculum. If we talk about curriculum, the generalist education, we talk also about UN, but in Indonesia, UN erase. And it is because they just focus on specialist education. But ladies and gentlemen, according to data from Compass.com, it's reported by content writer, University of Netherlands, that Alexander, he said that the university in the Netherlands don't want to accept the high school education, the regular education from Indonesia, because why? Because the takeoff national education being removed. Just because they don't want to adopt regional education, why UN erase? Because they want to focus on specialist education. Specialist education here, they don't want to use UN and etc. Specialist education just focus on about the practice, and practice. Why they don't want to have this education? Why you don't think about the future from Indonesia? Because according to Kemendikbud, a lot of students of Indonesia being studied in the abroad country. So if we don't want to adopt the general education, so why you don't think about the Indonesian future, ladies and gentlemen? So let's start from my battle. From the first speaker from the position that discuss about 5.0. You said that more skill. You talk about more skill. Yes, please.
I know, sister, my friend is more better than this debate. But why you repeat our argument? As I learned before that the white position is just surprise, not just adding or rebuttal the argument. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for your discussion here. Before I summarize all this debate here, I wanted to clarify first because our host here want to deliver that different countries will adopt the general education system rather than the special education system. Before that, I wanted to clarify first. Now, after that, I would like to summarize it, ladies and gentlemen. So our brother here said that more skill, how to have more skill. If you talk about more skill, so it means about the general education. But you disagree with this motion. You say that the global countries should adopt the specialist education. So if you talk about this one, so you agree with this motion, ladies and gentlemen, and etc. Okay, all of the closing opposition or maybe opposition said always say about develop their skill. If you talk about the develop skill, you have to solid job to the generalist education, not specialist education itself, ladies and gentlemen. So, before that, I would like to comparison between how the different countries should adopt the generalist education system rather than a specialist education system here. Let's be first one. When the different countries adopt the generalist education system rather than specialist education system, so it will make their student more develop their skill. If the developed countries adopt the generalist education system itself, but if cooperation between if the developed countries should not adopt the general situation into permanent and service education, how they can develop their skill. Okay, if our speaker from our organization talk about America, USA, and etc., in America, they just does not focus on about the specialist education system itself. Because I come from English education department, there's also about learning about another country, etc. Mentioned that a lot of experts mentioned that it's just not focused on special education, but also the generalist education system itself. That my comparison and the future implication when developed countries adopt the generalist education system rather than special education system, it will become the consideration to the best future education. Why all of you just like mention the student, right? Mention about the student that you take from the teacher and so back to students. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to conclude in this debate, ladies and gentlemen, that our host from government team believe that people countries should adopt the general education system rather than the special education system because want to develop their skill. So it's I will emphasize is this journalist education system when the opposition team want to develop their core skill. I don't know why, in which way, if we just talk about the specialist education. Maybe the last speaker from opposition can answer my question here. So in conclusion, I would like to emphasize again that this house believes that people countries should adopt the journalist education system rather than a specialist education system because specialist education system just focus on their area. So it not mention if you want to develop the skill, if you just focus on their area, not the general area. But that's all from me. Thank you so much. I'm sorry for mistake that I made. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Government rate is 5 minutes 20 seconds.
Last, I would like for the opposition with Roma. Time is yours.
Thank you for the time. Let me introduce myself. My name is Rector. I'm as the position in here. In elementary school, we have already learned about reading and writing. And we have to learn special skills in this era when we are highly competitive on job seeking. We have special skills like art, music in high school or in higher education. Or mine can only memorize one major study, so it's limited when it's eligible. We are we are a country already our country already applies generous education system. So we should focus on specialist education system. And specialist education system should apply more. We in a country, we in this country should apply specialist education system. So and then develop country like USA or America should not adopt the generous education system rather than a specialist education system. That's all. Thanks.
For opposition, we took to time for the 90s.
Okay. That's a nice debate here. Before we move on to the announcement of the result, let's give some time for the indicators to finalize their discussion. For now, we kindly ask the indicators to step aside to deliberate right. Thank you.
Probably I want 5 minutes to decide which winner, and then we will announce the ranking of the debate. Is it okay? Thank you.
Kita kemana, Mas? Keluar.
Sudah ini ya, mulai fokus kalian tetap di sini. Sudah kembali, sudah kembali. Mau di sana aja. Duduk di bawah. Gimana di Royal?
Sebenarnya untuk tadi mau ada di satu fakultas dalam konsep juga ada yang jalan di materi.
Silakan yang mau membeli HP, ini kontaknya. Kita bisa kan? Iya. Nah ini masih siapnya esok ya. Saya, kamu tuh ya, kamu tuh harus. Nah itu carikan itu yang jangan kalah ya. Terus ada catatannya lah, ada yang rekam.
Saya itu nyari kamera itu Mas Pugu ada di hotel.
Iya.